Hey guys, welcome back to my newest video. In this video, I will be replacing the screen on the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. This is actually a customer's phone and they want to fix it because they still love this model. I will be placing the phone backside down on the heat mat to heat up the back glass for easier removal. These are the tools I'll be using. The front and the back are cracked, so I will be replacing the back as well. The Galaxy Note 20 Ultra came out in 2020, so it's been 4 years already. This phone is a solid overall build, including the stylus. The screen size is 6.9 inches. It has an OLED display, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and the expandable memory with a micro SD card slot built in with the SIM tray. The camera is 108 megapixels, and the phone also has a fingerprint scanner and facial recognition, along with 5G capability. I just wanted to fill you in on some of the info about this model before diving into the repair. The back glass on this specific phone was very hard to remove. This phone has been refurbished previously by a Chinese company, and they did a professional job at restoring this phone. When I open the phone, you'll see Chinese markings branded on the inside. It took me a long time to take the back off. I had to put the phone back on the heat mat many times. And usually with repairs like this, you have to be very patient. I did not want to just rip the back glass completely off and have it into a million pieces. I usually like to take the back glass off in one piece without breaking smaller pieces of glass off. I use a card, ISO, and heat to remove the back. The back is open now, yet it is still pretty hard to take off. I have to open at least and get underneath the full left side before the back can fold. There's still some adhesive left on the frame, and I just like removing it because it's a little satisfying. After removing the back, there are a lot of screws that need to be removed. These screws are holding in the top speaker, the wireless charging coil, the vibration module, the 5G antenna, and the bottom speaker. These screws are Phillips 00 screws. I'm using the iFixit weighted driver, which has a nice feel to it. Using a heavier driver makes it easier to remove the screws compared to a lighter one. Taking out all of these screws are definitely annoying, but if you want to repair the screen, you have to remove all of them. Now, this white sticker you see here is not from the factory. However, it is from the previous refurbishing company I mentioned earlier. I guess you would call this sticker a warranty sticker. It's kind of like a breakaway sticker, which means if you take it off, you can't stick it back on again. The purpose for these stickers is to know if anyone else has repaired or has been in these phones. Most big manufacturers do this with a lot of their devices. Now I will start disconnecting the flex cables one by one. I will start with the wireless charging coil first, then the battery, then the vibration module, the charging port cable, display cable, and these are those stickers I was talking about. Now I'm disconnecting the top speaker, then I'm going to disconnect the 5G antenna, and then the front camera. Now here I will be removing the bottom speaker, and it comes out with the wireless charging coil attached to it. There are two screws holding in the charging port flex cable. These two screws are different than any other screws in the phone. They're shorter, so you have to make sure that you put these two screws aside and not mix them up with the rest of the screws. There's also one screw holding in the microphone PCB board to the left. So just now I disconnected the antenna cable that connects from the microphone PCB board all the way to the board, and that antenna cable sits on the left side. So I just removed the microphone board along with the flex cable. You have to be really careful and take your time removing these cables because they can tear very easily. Don't force anything out. I put ISO behind the battery to loosen the adhesive, and then I disconnected the stylus pen cable. I used the SIM ejector tool to remove the SIM tray, and the SIM tray kind of holds the motherboard in place. That's why you have to remove it. Now I'm going to wiggle out the motherboard downward and out slowly, not being too rough and also not bending it at all. This small black square thing is the vibration motor, and it gets its power from the microphone PCB board, which gets its power from the motherboard. This vibration motor is held in by adhesive. I put some ISO on the two antennas on the left and the right side because there is some adhesive holding it in. And these are very fragile, so you have to be very careful taking them out. The battery came out fairly easy, and this is the new screen. It's an original, brand new Samsung screen, so this phone will be running 100% when the repair is completed. Guys, just wanted to ask a small favor. If you have watched this far already, please like the video and subscribe if you are enjoying this video. I would really appreciate it. Now I will be putting all the parts back exactly the same way they came out of the old screen. And I'm actually not going to voice this part over, so enjoy the next few minutes of the video without me talking. Alright guys, so everything is in except for the back glass. And before I put the back glass on, I'm going to turn on the phone and make sure that everything is working correctly, such as the touchscreen and also that the display is not defective. Some displays come defective from the factory, and they have touch issues, SBI, which is screen burn image, and green lines. These are all symptoms of like OLED display failure. So everything seems to be working, including the stylus. This is great news. Here is the new back glass, which the adhesive is already pre-cut on the back side, which makes it ready to go. And all of this plastic you see, I will be removing it before putting it on the phone. The adhesive that comes with the back glass is not enough to seal the phone properly, so I'm going to use this SG20 nanostructural adhesive glue to make sure it seals correct. I'm going to put a very fine amount along the edges of the back, and then I'm going to put the back glass on with clamps. Alright guys, that's it. I will be removing the clamps now and cleaning up the extra dry glue so I can give it back to this customer. I think he will be extremely happy. The phone looks like brand new in my opinion. Either way, thanks guys. Stay tuned for the next video.